Okay, folks, good morning and welcome to Swing Trading Today. This is Bob Desmond, and it is June the 11th, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go to the bond market first this morning. And we're seeing bond prices. This is the 10-year bond price. It is rising. It's coming off the highs of the session a bit. That means that yields are falling yet again. And we had the Federal Reserve out yesterday. Oh, and by the way, before I get into this, members, I forgot to send out the weekend commentary last night. It's probably in your inbox right now, so my apologies for that. And secondly, I'm going to be doing Thursday night stock charts live. That's where we review the weekly charts of the markets every Thursday night. So everybody's invited. Please join us. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Good morning, NY Jets. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Getting back. Let's go to the S&P futures. So apparently, the markets did not like what Jay Powell had to say, and if anything, he was extremely. Good morning, Chuck. Jedi. WG Shocker. Hey, good morning, man. He was extremely bearish, but he said some things that are fairly dire about the jobs picture here in the United States. And he said something that really wasn't brought up on the news at all, but it was concerning in a way that it was disingenuous. He made the comment that they would never use, in short, taxpayer money to bail out companies that didn't warrant it. Well, he just bailed out Hertz, and he's buying junk bonds using the HYG and other bond funds. So that's not true. They're using taxpayer dollars to invest in junk bonds of companies that are distressed and or bankrupt. So that's not true. So I found that disturbing. But I doubt that's why the markets are selling off at current. The reason why they're selling off is in all probability due to the fact that we were simply extended. And frankly, expensive. Now, we do have long positions on, but we did take some long positions off, and we did get short. Case in point was Microsoft. We went into the day yesterday long of Microsoft. We booked profits to the long side, then went short of Microsoft. It is trying to find support now. We don't have a double top yet. But Microsoft left the day out yesterday, very, very extended on a daily basis. You could see that we closed out the day well above the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. Back to a 4-hour chart. We also booked profits in GME, that's Gamestop. Now, we bought it on Tuesday, just before earnings. There were a large number of shorts in the name, and my research revealed there wasn't much in terms of downside risk, meaning they had already pre-announced just days before a lot of negative news in the name. It was priced in, and while we didn't shoot up higher after hours, after earnings, we did see a spike yesterday morning, and we sold that strength and the shares subsequently pulled back. They're trying to rally back now. I think that longer term, there's a trade to be had here. So we're probably going to revisit GameStop in the future. But first, I want to see whether or not this sell-off has legs. Because when you take a look at the Russell 2000, we were down lower. We're down over 2.5% on the session. Double top here. We're trying to find a base here. Right at prior support. So we're going into the day somewhat, quote unquote, oversold intraday. Do we bounce back? Probably will, because we don't have an event. You know, we don't have another case or another disease out there like Corona, like we did back in February or March. So normally, rather than just going straight down, you usually get a rally back and a lower high. Here is silver. Silver is pulled back off of its highs, which is good, but still up. I want to check out gold. Now, gold is ripe. I mean, it's ready to go here. Because what the Fed chair did yesterday is that he was very, very transparent in that he indicated that he will be accommodative, pretty much no risk of a rate hike for a long, long time. Here's gold up another nearly $20. So here's a surge yesterday. We've pulled back. We're still in a trading range here. But once we break out and above 1750, it's going to be game on. So we were buying the miners. We plan on buying more miners. Checking out oil. Oil taking it on the chin this morning. Wow. Down 3%. So this is where we take our crayon out. So long story short, you know, what's the outcome going to be here? Do we crash? Do we correct? I think that absent a geopolitical event, whether it be a virus or a kinetic conflict of some sort, that we're going to pull back here and we're probably going to press up higher. Do I think it's right? No. But I don't get to make those rules. The one thing we're going to want to avoid in this interest rate environment, and I've been saying it, and thank God we didn't go chasing Goldman Sachs because we wanted to buy it, is we want to avoid the financials because of their risk in a declining interest rate environment. They do better in a rising interest rate environment. Sorry, folks. There we go. All right, there's oil. Oil's basing. It's consolidating. What else do we have here? Good morning, blockchain. Amazon and Goldman, excuse me, Amazon and Goldman are partnering for loans. Interesting. Blockchain has a question in the box for the viewers. If you folks wanted to take a look, a gaming laptop. I have a gaming PC that I use for videos, but it's a desktop, and it's outstanding. Let's check out. I want to take a look at Boeing. Boeing's becoming interesting again. It's back below 200. We booked profits at, I think, 204. So we may be looking at Boeing yet again. My brand computer is, what the hell is it? Bear with me 1 second as I look. I think it's My Power, something like that. Where the heck is it? You could see the guts of it on the side. It's something like My Power. It's a really weird name. I'll figure it out once I get offline. I'm looking for a brand name on the box, and I don't see it. I Buy Power, something like that, but it's really, really fast. It's really sleek looking, too. If you're on tonight, I'll have the information for you. It gives me the name when I reboot it, which I have to do from time to time. But I'll have that answer for you tonight. But I strongly, strongly suggest it. You're welcome. I would get another one. All right. All right, so Boeing, looking good here. What else do we have? Let's do some requests. Yeah, let's do requests. All right. I have a couple I have to get to. All right. Some of these I'm going to want to take a look at in the pre-market because they're opportunities. In fact, I want to take a look at what's going on with Goldman. I know I just said avoid it. Oh, they're killing it. I didn't want to buy Goldman above 200. It's still above 200. Twilio. I use them for my alerts. Good company. All right, so Goldman's being taken down in the pre-market. Let's check out Twilio. All right. All right. So Twilio weekly chart right off the bat looks very, very nice. Assuming that we close where we are at on a closing basis yesterday or better. I mean, we have a bullish reversal bar on the week. Volume is pretty much guaranteed to come in below average. Daily chart. And the daily chart, we have a breakout. I like Twilio. But again, we have to hold. We have to hold this support level at around, around 200. You want to see 200 on a closing basis. So we'll probably pull back and retest it. I think that the risk reward here is pretty good. Here's your double top. We're hooking up on RSI. Again, clean breakout. I want to see a retest. You'll probably get that today of support. I would step in, buy here, small position with a stop loss just below on a closing basis. We closed down below, the support level here at around 190, 198, that support level. You want to see it hold. If it doesn't, I would not stay long of it. But I like the setup here, and I would wait until the final minutes of trade before I pull the trigger to the long side. It's a good-looking chart. Volume was light yesterday. It's a good-looking chart. I would have rather have seen a larger up volume bar on a breakout, but still attractive, but worthy of waiting until later in the day. Do we pull back, retest, rally, and then fade, or do we pull back, retest, and then move up higher or close at that support level? That's what I'd be looking for. A successful retest of support. And if you can't hold it, well, then it's not worthy of your investment dollar. I would avoid. But it is showing a lot of relative strength here. Holding up very, very well. I like Twilio. Yeah, you high probability of a pullback here. This is a 30-minute chart. But again, that pullback could be opportunity. Chopsticks 7 Life. Any opinion on futures being down right now? Do you think this is maybe a rug pull? I think that it's a valid question. I think that what you're seeing is, or what you have seen since the by the way, it's called I Buy Power. I just looked at my keyboard. It's right in front of me. I Buy Power. That's the name of the PC. And it's very, very good. Sorry about that. I digress. Getting back to the morning price action, we're due. I mean, you had the Federal Reserve come out yesterday, and they gave us a sell the news event, right? They gave us purpose. They gave us a reason for a lot of people to book profits. And what you've seen of late, and I've talked about it, and people really don't pay attention until all of a sudden it begins to happen, is that you're seeing a lot of signals by the market that there is fraud. There are, and let's talk about some of those signals. You've got crazy speculative money out there with people that aren't working. They're taking their unemployment checks, and they're buying bankrupt companies. Hertz, for example. It's bankrupt, yet people they're day trading it. They're buying, what's the other one? Chesapeake, bankrupt. What was the other one? This other Chinese stock they bid up. I think it was Duo. Yeah, this thing here. Look at this. This is speculative price action, and when you see this, these are the kids out there, and they're buying these stocks, and they shouldn't be. They're using speculative dollars, and it's a signal that we're seeing a top. What else is out there? Dallas Taylor, foreign investors playing also. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The U.S. markets are the least dirty shirt in the room despite all of our problems. So, and even when you take a look at, where is my, let's go to the valuation of the S&P 500. And I'll probably go over this again tonight. Look at how overvalued we are. This is in red equals PE 20 or greater. Look at where we're at relative to fair value, which is down here. We are very, very expensive. Whether you use the Schiller PE data or the chart in front of you, we're very, very expensive. So could we see a top? Yeah. But we don't know until we start breaking down from lower highs to lower lows. We just don't know yet. We just want to keep an open mind. The Federal Reserve is in there. They're providing a lot of liquidity. And history has shown it's very, very difficult to fight these guys. Now, the counter argument is when you take a look at a chart of names like the holiest of the holy, Microsoft. And this is another one that I've talked about, and we even got long of. And we're out of it. We made our money. We booked our profits. And now we're short of it. Where is it? Microsoft. Here we go. That's the wrong chart. It's still early. Here we go. Okay. So here's Microsoft. Beautiful breakout. Weekly chart. How could you not buy this? Why would I short it? I always go back to this. Take a look at a quarterly chart. This quarter is almost in the books. We have RSI 91.51. Yearly chart. RSI nearly 93 and leaning into its third standard deviation Bollinger Band. So, could this be a market top? Sure. But I think that given that it's an election year, and what we're probably seeing is a pullback, some selling on the news. We're probably going to rally back, and they're probably going to push it higher. Don't hold me to it. I keep an open mind. I've been discussing with members where we want to keep stops. And we want to keep a hoard of cash on the side just in case we need to short the market. So we're keeping an open mind. All right, let's go to Visto, VSTO. These outdoor stocks have had a run. Polaris. So let's go to a weekly chart first. I think longer term, you have a nice base which has been formed here, and we've broken out. We broke out last week. What we may do is pull back and retest the 1080 mark. Where do we close? 1123. So I'm going by the assumption when I review these charts that we are not breaking down to correction territory, and that we are pulling back, pause that refreshes until such time as we start breaking key support levels, and then, then we start positioning ourselves to the short side. So again, I think we're going to probably pull back 1080 mark. If we close back down below that support level, I would avoid, or I would look to stop out. You definitely don't want to drop back down into this base. You want to see a close on a weekly basis above this resistance level here. We have a few minutes to go. Let's go to a daily chart first before I sign off. All right, so yesterday, bearish reversal bar. You're probably going to get a pullback today. I think everything's going to pull back today. May get a filling of the gap down here at 9.94. But again, I'd want to see a close on a weekly basis above weekly resistance. So I don't see any rush to go stepping in here. Hey, Dallas, thank you very much. In euros. Thank you for the super chat. Never got paid in euros before. Thank you. So 1080 is the price point. You want to see it close by Friday afternoon. Or I would avoid it. What else do we have? We went over Twilio. Quiet morning this morning. We can go over one more if anybody's got anything else. All right, I think that's it. Quiet morning. I think everybody's nervous about today. Let's go back and check out the futures. Goldman continues to weaken up here. Small caps continue to weaken up. You're welcome, Arl. S&Ps. They're giving up some ground here. On days like this, this is the mid caps. Days like this, it just pays Don't go trying to catch a falling knife. Let the market settle down. Watch the close. See whether or not we rally off the lows of the day. Tomorrow's Friday. We may get a short covering rally in advance of the weekend. Watch the close. You know, looking at this chart here of the E-minis, we broke support. We broke the support level. We're trying to rally back and recapture right now. I think that before all is said and done, if we fail to hold the support level, I think that 30.50 mark, which was resistance, they're going to want to retest that. Maybe a test at 30.80 here, but that's not a key support level. I think 30.50 is the mark that we're going to want to watch. And with that, folks, I'm going to say everybody have a profitable trading day. And listen, the way you have a profitable trading day on a day like this when the markets are weak is, you know, keep your stops in place. If you had a strategy, keep that strategy, because while it may, this is especially for newer traders, especially a lot of you guys are on Robinhood and just brand new, stick to your plan, man. If you don't have a plan, you got to have that plan, and you'll be so happy. Even though you get a sting when you get stopped out, and you're feeling bad about yourself because you weren't right on the trade, but when you look back and you say, wow, thank God I stopped out because the shares just keep falling, you know, then all of a sudden you're patting yourself on the back when you look in the rearview mirror. You know, just stick with that plan. You know, we've all been there. Nobody likes to say they were wrong. But when the markets keep falling, you pat yourself on the back for having that discipline. With that, everybody have a profitable trading day, and I will talk to you soon. Be well.